In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. A verse etched into the hearts of Christians for millennia, shaping not only their faith, but their understanding of the cosmos itself. But what if I told you there's another story, a story of cosmic explosions, unfathomable expansion, and a universe birthed in fire? A story that science calls the Big Bang Theory. Two radically different accounts. Or are they? Could the Big Bang be part of God's plan? Or does it challenge the very foundations of Christian faith? The answers are not as simple as they seem. Stay with us, because what we're about to uncover will challenge everything you think you know about the origins of the universe, and it might just shake your understanding of creation to its very core. Let's start with the Big Bang. Scientists say it all began 13.8 billion years ago, in a moment where time and space erupted into existence from nothing. Imagine that. A singularity smaller than the tip of a pin, so dense and so hot, it contained all the energy that would ever exist. Then, boom, in an instant, the universe was born, expanding faster than the speed of light. But here's where it gets interesting. The Big Bang doesn't explain where that singularity came from or what caused it to explode. In fact, science can only take us back to the very first fraction of a second after the Big Bang. Before that, silence. Could that silence have been broken by the voice of God himself? Let there be light, perhaps? This isn't just speculation. Nobel Prize-winning physicist Arno Penzias once said, "The best data we have are exactly what I would have predicted had I nothing to go on but the 5 books of Moses." The 5 books of Moses, the very foundation of Genesis. Strange words coming from a scientist, don't you think? But what did Penzias see that convinced him the Bible and the Big Bang might be telling the same story in different ways? Now let's turn to Genesis, the cornerstone of Christian creation theology. Was the world really created in 6 days? Some Christians argue yes, 6 literal 24-hour days as described in Scripture. To them, this timeline affirms God's omnipotence and aligns with a young earth creationist view. But others suggest the Hebrew word for day, yom, could mean much more. It's a word used elsewhere in the Bible to signify a period of time, an epoch, a season, or even an indefinite age. If yom refers to epochs, could the Genesis timeline sync with the Big Bang and evolution? Consider this. Day 1 says, "Let there be light." Was this the Big Bang itself? Day 4 mentions the sun and moon. Could this be the point when the solar system settled billions of years later? But wait, if Genesis aligns with the Big Bang, why does the Bible describe Earth before the stars? And how could there be evening and morning without a sun? These aren't trivial questions. They've fueled centuries of debate among theologians, scientists, and believers. Is Genesis a poetic allegory of creation's unfolding, or is it a literal, historical account? Here's where the controversy really heats up. Some Christians embrace a harmonious view. God used the Big Bang as his divine tool to create the universe. This perspective suggests that science is simply uncovering the methods God employed. But others fiercely reject this idea, seeing it as a dangerous compromise, an attempt to blend secular science with divine truth. To them, the Big Bang isn't part of God's plan, it's a direct challenge to his word. And then there's the atheistic argument, that the Big Bang proves we don't need God at all. No creator, just random chance. But here's the problem with that claim. How can randomness explain the precise conditions necessary for life? The exact tuning of physical laws? If even one constant, gravity, electromagnetism, or the cosmological constant were off by the tiniest fraction, the universe, as we know it, couldn't exist. A fine-tuned universe doesn't suggest chaos, it screams design. Still, skeptics ask, if God used the Big Bang, why doesn't the Bible mention it explicitly? Why speak of a firmament and waters above the heavens? Could Genesis be symbolic, describing truths beyond human understanding, cloaked in the language of ancient people? After all, the Bible wasn't written as a scientific textbook. It was written to convey theological truths about God, creation, and humanity's place in the cosmos. But here's the twist. Modern science can't explain everything. It can't answer what triggered the Big Bang, what came before it, or why the universe exists at all. These questions, what caused the singularity to exist, and why it exploded into being, are philosophical and theological, not scientific. Genesis, however, offers answers. It doesn't focus on the mechanics of creation, but on the Creator. Could it be that Genesis holds the ultimate truth, and we've just been interpreting it wrong? At its heart, this debate isn't just about how the universe began. It's about purpose, meaning, destiny. If the Big Bang is true, but God is not, what does that mean for us? Are we cosmic accidents, the product of random explosions and chance? Or do the wonders of creation, from the vast galaxies to the intricate structure of DNA, whisper the name of a creator? Think about it. The night sky ablaze with stars, the complexity of the human brain, the mathematical elegance of the laws of physics. Does this all scream random to you? Or does it point to something or someone greater? So where does this leave us? Is the Big Bang God's masterpiece, a reflection of his infinite power and wisdom? Or is it a challenge to his word, something that forces us to choose between science and faith? Can the two walk hand in hand, or are they forever at odds? One thing is certain, the truth is out there, and it's up to you to seek it. The universe is vast, and the questions are profound. But the answers, whether found in scripture, science, or perhaps both, have the power to transform how you see the world, your faith, and even yourself. Search for the truth, and you just might find it.